Hello and welcome to this week's super casual Scrappy Summer Chat. My name is Nicole and I'm the brains and the beauty behind Yarn Craft by Nicole. And today we are coming from a different location. We are rearranging where my yarn stuff usually is in our bedroom to make room for baby girl, who is large and in charge these days. And so I don't have my normal setup, but that's okay. I'm also coming to you a day later than I usually do because little Miss Melody did not take naps the past 2 days and I had no time to film. So sorry coming to you later, but she is asleep now and I can finally film this wonderful chat. This will be the last regular episode of our Scrappy Summer Chat. And the one after this will be a giveaway announcement. Hopefully I will have a finished object to show you. I think I can finish the alphabet blanket within the next 2 weeks. And then kind of just talk about how much fun it was this summer to focus on fewer projects and focus on yarns I already had. So yeah, that's kind of what you can expect. If you want to enter for the giveaway that I will announce on the next video, just comment below with what you've been making this summer or just things that you've been reflecting on this summer through your making, and that will enter you into the giveaway. I think I'm gonna do probably another skein of yarn for the giveaway, and then also something that I have made. I have an idea of what that will be, but I haven't 100% narrowed it down. I also have Mr. Scoot with me right here. Hey buddy, laying next to me, getting some pets. And I've got the Steep Club blanket behind me, which usually is folded up on the back of the couch for him. Somehow this blanket has become his blanket. Yeah, he likes to be cozy. So with that, I'll get started. No finished objects this week. I do have one that's close-ish if I would just buckle down and work on it. And then the other two that you've seen a lot of this summer. So you might remember, excuse me, that last time we talked, I was showing you this teeny tiny little hat. This is for baby girl, for her to wear home from the hospital. My hospital bag is mostly packed. This is not in it because I kind of want to block it with Big Sister's hat, and I'm not finished with Big Sister's hat. So let me show you Big Sister's hat. And that's simply because I keep either just not having time to do a whole lot of crocheting or getting sidetracked by the other two projects. But this is Melody's hat. This is Baby Sister's hat. And I'm using the Into the North hat pattern by Roxy of Eat Wander Crochet. I love this hat pattern. It's worked flat, then you seam it together. This one for Melody is about 2/3 of the way done. I think I have maybe 4 more repeats, and then I'll kind of try it on Melody and see if it fits. By like pinning the sides before I sew it up. So I think 4 more is correct, 4 or 5. And then I'll seam it together, finish it, and then I will block them both. So very excited about this. Melody's current obsession is the 1950s Cinderella cartoon. And I feel like this does give some Cinderella vibes. Sorry, buddy. Just dropped my hook near his face. So yes, this one, if I would just work on it, it goes pretty fast. It uses a lot of slip stitches, but it does go very fast. And I'm holding a fingering weight with a mohair right there. So excited about that. I will have leftover both, and I thought about making myself something, maybe, but I have a feeling that when this hat is done, I am gonna want to take a break from this pattern until I am ready to make one for my brother for Christmas, or maybe myself later. So anyway, very excited about that. Very excited about this. The other two projects that you have seen me go back and forth are the alphabet blanket and the Choose Your Own Adventure Cardi. So for the alphabet blanket, I am delighted to say I am on the last color. So I have 4 more letters to do. I'll block those, seam them into the blanket to the border, and then I'm done. And it feels like I can do it. My mom is a big quilter, and she made Melody a blanket when I was pregnant with her, and so she's made baby sister a blanket too, and she finished hers last maybe Sunday. I think she finished it Sunday because she was working on it when I was on the phone with her. She was like, "Have you finished yours yet?" I was like, "No, but I'm so close." You finished yours first, you win. But I'm close. So I know that that's a big relief for her, because she wanted to make sure it was done before she got here. And I can now say that I think mine will be done too. So I think I might have been working on, was I working on these last time we talked? The green? Might not have even been on the green. The green squares went very fast. And part of the reason why they went very fast is because several of the green squares were simple letters like E, L, things with lots of straight lines. One of them was blank. So that made it go fast. None of them were complicated. So what I started doing was seaming them together. And I don't think I had done this, or maybe I had just done the corner the last time we talked. And I wanted to go ahead and seam all the ones together that I could to show you. So this is how big the blanket will be. This is how wide it will be. And then it will be, what is this, 5 across? So it'll be 6 squares down. So it's a good throw size blanket. It's a good, I know for Melody, like when she started sleeping with blankets, her alphabet one is one that we would throw in the crib with her because it's fingering weight. It's very lightweight. And hers is made out of superwash wool, and it doesn't get too hot. So all that to say, very pleased with this. The last color is this really pretty dark one. I did the letter G. I actually finished it this morning, and that will be the next one that will go in. But the way that I'm doing these is once I finish a color, so all of the letters that are that color, I block them, let them dry, which is why so many of these were finished and we're ready to seam in. But like this G, I won't seam in until all of the letters with this background are done. There are some funky ones for this one. I remember the X was a pain to do, and the letter W was a pain to do with Melodies, and both of those will have this dark background. But because we're at the home stretch, I can see the finish line. I hope that I will be motivated to do them better, and because I've already done this pattern before, I kind of know what to expect. I think the next letter that I have to do is I, and that'll be fast. So yeah, really happy with this, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, as I keep saying. After I finish the blanket, I don't think that this is in the pattern, but the way that I have finished it for the border is that I've gone around and done, I think I do 2 rounds of single crochet and 1 round of reverse single crochet. I looked at Melodies the other day, and I'm pretty sure that's what I did, but that will be in the contrast color, so that will be in the yellow once everything is done. And I'm so excited. I have plenty of the yellow to do. 4 more letters, and then the border. So I bought 2 skeins total of Malabrigo, and that will be fine. I bought 3 for Melodies, and I never used the 3rd skein, so I knew that I wouldn't need to buy that much this time around. So yeah, very excited about this. Yay, alphabet blanket. They look good. And it sometimes too, like you do a letter and you're like, man, I don't know, that looks a little wonky, or what have you. And once you put them all in together, you're like, okay, it does look decent. It does make sense. And I am very, very pleased. And it's very soft. Yeah, bunch of random yarns in this one. Some leftovers, some stash, and then some that I bought to go with it specifically. So yeah. The other thing that I have been working on, of course, is the cardigan, which I go through phases where I really, really like working on it and phases where I don't want to do any more tiny squares. I think I am on, yes, so I'm on round 8 for the body, and I guess I can try it on. There are 12 total, and I haven't finished 8 yet. And then the sleeves have 8 as well for my size. And it probably is going to bunch up a little funky around the shoulders because the shirt is not sure if it's a shirt or a poncho. But yes, this is the Choose Your Own Adventure Cardi. It does still feel a little small, but it feels small like in the front where I know that there's going to be a button band that we add at the end. And I also know that it's going to loosen up a little bit with blocking because all of this is unblocked. I also decided on the sleeves because the pattern for my size had you decrease after the first full round of squares. And I tried it on and I didn't think that I would like that. So I did the second round of squares, tried it on again to see, would I want the sleeves to start decreasing yet? And I wouldn't. So we'll see. I probably won't, maybe after the 4th round, maybe around my elbow. I just think that for comfort for my arms, as well as like any long sleeve shirt that I would wear underneath this, I wouldn't want it any tighter on my arms than it is. I'm making the XL, or the size 5, I believe. I'm always in between sizes, it feels like, even when I'm not pregnant. And I have found that when I make the size 6, most of the time it feels too oversized, specifically on the shoulders and then at the waist. So I went ahead and made the extra large, and I think it's going to be the right call, but this one probably could have been a little bit more oversized. The other thing that I could have done, or I could do, let me turn so you can see the front a little bit better. If I felt that this was too narrow, like if I wanted another strip of squares, because they're all joined as you go, I could totally do that. However, excuse me, I don't think I will have enough yarn to do that for this project. Just like I'm not entirely confident I'm gonna have enough for full length sleeves, especially since I'm not decreasing as early as the pattern calls for. I think I'll be good, but we'll see. So that's another reason why I'm really glad that I'm doing the body and the arms kind of at the same time, is so I can budget my yarn accordingly. Because I'm using scraps, I am not, if I'm short of something, I can't just go back to the store and get some more, because I want this to be specifically scraps from the alphabet blankets. I don't really want to add anything new other than the ribbing color. So all that to say, I'm still digging it. I'm excited for when it's done. I'm curious to see how much it'll grow, because again, it does feel small, but I also have to remember that everything feels small these days. Being 8 months pregnant, everything just feels like it doesn't fit. So I'm trying not to let that change my perspective on this project. And with that, I think that's all I've got. We got a short episode this week, y'all. I haven't bought any more yarn. I haven't needed it for anything. I'm gonna try this year for Christmas or any holiday gifts to use what I have in stash, because I have some wonderful yarns in stash that need to be used. And I'm also just not going to be making a ton this year because we'll have a 2-month-old at Christmas. So yeah, I'm not planning on buying much new. The other thing that I am probably going to be doing this fall though is I bought Wicked yarn, or Wicked inspired yarn, from Sorella, and my original goal was to make a sweater for myself and a scarf for my husband so that we could wear it for the For Good, like when we went to go see part 2 For Good. I don't know that I'll finish a fingering weight colorwork sweater for myself by that point now, but I do think I could make his scarf. So I have a knitting pattern actually that I'm going to be trying for his scarf, and excited about that. So because I won't be starting that on the podcast, and after Scrappy Summer is over, I will be taking a break probably until the beginning of next year, just to focus on family time and enjoying the transition from 1 to 2 little girls. So all of that, if you want to see progress on that, you'll probably have to go over to my Instagram, and then one of these days I will get back on Ravelry and update some things. But I hope you enjoyed this shorty episode today. I will end with what's something that's bringing me joy, and that is that it's starting to finally feel like fall. The weather is changing. Scoot's favorite time of year is fall with the crunchy leaves, and it's been fun to see Melody's reaction to things like the crunchy leaves. And then I'm very basic, and I like everything pretty much pumpkin flavored. So I am probably going to, now that it's cooled off a little bit and it's officially September, get some delightful pumpkin coffee and other little goodies here and there. Have a great next 2 weeks, and I'll see you for our last Scrappy Summer chat in 2 weeks. Bye guys.